Hey guys, Pichu here, and today I'm going to be showing you the entire first season of the Pokemon ARCA series. I'll have highlights from all 20 races of this first season of this series, which consists of 20 drivers and all made the playoffs in the X series and Truck series from their first seasons. So it's pretty much almost like an all-star season for the lower leagues in the Pokemon series. But it's a lot of fun for me to do, and I did all 20 races at once, so we'll have the point standings at the end of this video. If you want to skip to a certain race, I have timestamps down below in the description. And no spoilers as always. This also has races, so I strongly suggest you not post spoilers in this video. Even for any race, we're becoming every single race in this video, so no spoilers please. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this first season recap video of the Pokemon ARCA series. And here we go. We're going to start things off as always at Daytona. The first Pokemon ARCA series race took place at Daytona for the running of the Lucas Oil 200. James Saunders is on the pole. And on the second lap, it was a three-wide battle for the lead as Hillary Sanchez has the low line, though, and she takes it away, getting drafting help from the 81 car. It's a 10-lap race here in Daytona, but it's a start to the new ARCA series season. Like all the other series we have done, it starts in Daytona. And moments later, Hillary Sanchez would be challenged by James Stabilito as he goes down low for the race lead on lap 4. Without any drafting help, I might add, and Stabilito takes the lead away from Hillary Sanchez down into turn 2. But Sanchez would fight back a lap later as she goes down low to retake that race lead in the 77 car. There she is gaining ground, and she is going to pass James Stabilito in that position. And Sanchez is away. Whoa, nearly gets loose there with the number 3, but able to continue. But the three-wide battle now with Anthony Wendler as Wendler finds an opening and he takes the lead away as the 55 car now is your new leader, going 3-1, and now they're crashing. And there you see Marcus Sachi going down on the apron, and he got hit from behind. Now Sachi trying to get back on track, and it's not going to go well as he thought it would be, as he takes out a couple cars to bring out the caution flag. And in the ARCA series, races do end under caution. There are no overtimes in the ARCA series races, and they'll race it back to the line. And here comes Max Anderson for the lead as he tries to take it away from the number 55, and he's going to do it. Max Anderson racing back to the caution. He'll take the lead here and the win in the Lucas Oil 200 at Daytona International Speedway. So the very first Pokemon ARCA series winner was Max Anderson, getting by Colin Manoli on the final laps to become the first ever winner of the Pokemon ARCA series. But we're just getting started. Race number 2 headed to Fairgrounds Speedway, Nashville, one of the many short tracks on the schedule for the running of the Music City 200. Marcus Sachi starts on the pole today, and there he goes, already off and running when the green flag waved. Stephanie Eriks was on the outside and running second now. Ooh, car gets in the wall and spins, and that is John Gilbert. Went up in the wall, and he spun out, and he takes out a couple cars along with him. And there you see from the helicopter view how he spun in the wall. Oh no, Chris Mdev gets hit too. Mdev got hit in that caution too. Another wreck happened with Gustavo Rocha getting hit. And next to the start-finish line, that's JT Mouse and the 42. Both drivers would collide. And that was our third caution of the race. It would come down the final lap, and Marcus Sachi got a great restart, pulled away from everybody, led every lap, and took home the win at the Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Sachi dominated the entire race, led every single lap from the pole position to take the race win. 3 cars were out of the race. We had 4 cautions throughout the entire race. It was a wreck fest, but this was their first of many short tracks on the schedule. And speaking of short tracks, the next one is a short track, which is in Salem Speedway, and it's going to be the Kentuckiana 4 Dealers ARCA 200. And Anthony Wendler starts on the pole for that race, and he's already off and running. James Saunders takes the second spot away on that very first lap. Oh boy, Sanchez goes in the wall. A little bit on the wall there. Sanchez trying to stay away from that wall. Unfortunately, though, Chris Semdev couldn't stay away. He hits it, spins out, hits another car as well, bringing out a caution. And then moments later, another caution came out. James Stabilito and Sean Kennedy got together, and they both spin. James Saunders trying to work his way back up to the top 5, and he goes in the up. Oh wow, no, Sanchez went up in the wall a little bit. Caution came out. Sanchez lost a couple positions, and Marcus Sachi, Max Anderson were involved in the third caution of the race, causing a big pileup. And then, at the end of the race, Josh Emdev spun out. After his brother Chris spun on the walls, Josh also spun on the walls as well. We would have a one-lap shootout to the finish like we did in Nashville. Wendler led every lap up to this point, and it appears that he's going to be okay. He is able to pull away from the rest of the pack, and Anthony Wendler will hold off Carter Friesen to take home the win here at the Salem Speedway. So, 3 races and 3 different winners to start the season. Anthony Wendler takes the win from the pole. 2 of the 3 winners actually came from pole position, and Wendler becomes another one of those winners here today at the Salem Speedway. We had also just as many cautions as the last race. It was also be a wreck fest, but Wendler hangs on for the race win from the pole position. Up next was the race at Toledo Speedway for the running of the Menards 200. James Stabilito in the number 3 car started on the pole position. Oh, already Chris Semdev goes around, and a couple cars were involved in the pileup, and they're racing back to the caution on the first lap. And Tim Randolph, look at him get the pass on Stabilito, took the caution flag on the first lap to take the lead. On the restart, though, here comes the 5 of Roger Ray trying to get by the number 55. Oh, wow. No, 25, I should say. Wendler's 55 and Randolph's 25. They both have the same sponsor. But anyway, oh, wow. 5 is in the wall, and 25, Randolph, retakes the lead. He took advantage of the 5 hitting the wall, was able to get by. And now they're battling again. Roger Ray goes down low, trying to retake that lead over Sachi. Oh, they went up in the wall there, but the caution flag did come out. And it came out for Cassie Smart getting turned around right in the middle of the turns. And thankfully, though, nobody else was involved in that. Then moments later on the restart, Chase Marks went up into the wall himself and spun out. And it was through no fault of anybody. It was only his fault, and he just went up into that wall and spun. Racing back to the caution, Marcus Sachi. How about him taking the lead away when they were racing back to the line in a close call. And now Roger Ray goes with the 10 car, and Ray gets by. And now Carter Friesen takes that lead after a little bit of a miscue between the leaders. Somehow, some way. I skipped over it by accident, so I do apologize for that. But Carter Friesen is now your new leader with just a few laps left. It would come down to the final lap here at Toledo. Carter Friesen trying to hang on for the win. And Josh Emdev right behind him as well. Final corners for Friesen. Can he hang on? And he's in the wall, but he's going to barely hang on to win at Toledo. And it was a close battle for second. It was a dead heat for second, but from the replays here, it looked like Josh Emdev actually got ahead of Anthony Wendler for second place in that position in the very last when they were racing to the checkers. And they said it was a dead heat. You'll see it in the results later. But Carter Friesen wins at Toledo in a really very exciting race with a handful of cautions and a lot of passing. This track is really great to race at for the ARCA cars, and Carter Friesen becomes the first winner at this track. Next up, we head over to Talladega Super Speedway in familiar territory for most, if not, well, for every one of these drivers, I should say, because they ran in the X and Truck Series. And the Talladega race is called the International Motorsports Hall of Fame 200. And the green flag waved with the 25 of Tim Randolph starting on the pole. But Kyle Manoli able to get by in the 23 and able to take the lead away already. On the next lap, though, Chris Emdev would go down low to take the lead from him as well. And this is a 10-lap race like at Daytona. And it is a super speedway that's very familiar for every one of these drivers. They ran here under the X and Truck series, so did Daytona, and they're glad to be in familiar territory with this track. They're going to be in a couple tracks that they've raced in the other series throughout the season, sprinkled in. And Cassie Smart goes down low for the lead on lap 3. It's almost has a different leader every single lap, and Smart going to take the lead away from MDev. And here comes Carter Friesen down low trying to get second place. Friesen, by the way, was our winner last time at Toledo, trying to go back to back. Here he comes trying to get the drafting help, and he's going to go down low and try to take the lead from the number 78. Friesen gets by, takes the lead, and is able to clear everybody. They're all going 3 wide, 4 wide, so you never know when a wreck might come up, and that might end race under caution since there are no overtime finishes in the ARCA series. Hillary Sanchez down low and takes the lead away as she gets back up into the front. JT Mouse goes down low trying to get to the lead as well. And look at this, we got a crash. The big one has happened. Sean Kennedy spinning. Marcus Sachi's involved. So is Max Anderson. 2 more cars were caught up into it, and this is the race to the finish. Hillary Sanchez trying to hang on for the win. JT Mouse down low trying to find a lane, but is not going to make it in time. And Hillary Sanchez is going to take the win here at Talladega under caution. And what a finish there. We had a caution. We had a wreck there. We never thought a wreck would happen here at Talladega with so little laps, but it did. And Hillary Sanchez took home the win here at Talladega Superspeedway. Very fast place to go to, Daytona, Talladega. We got the super speedways out, though. That was the last one of the season. And now we head over to Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it's the running of the General Tire 150. As we see Marcus in the 01 car started on the pole today. But the 10 of Marcus Sachi able to take the lead right off from the from the get-go on the first lap. Carter Friesen, though, responds a lap later by trying to take the lead away. And we got another crash with Max Anderson involved in the wreck. And there you see Anderson getting turned around. And one other car was hit as well. Oh, wait. MDev gets hit. Chris MDev, Sean Kennedy was hit as well. And they're racing back to the line between Randolph and Friesen. And it looks like Tim Randolph's going to take the caution flag and the lead. Wow, they were going 3 wide at one point. On the restart, oh man, the leader spin. Friesen gets taken out from the lead. A very shocking turn of events. Randolph spun as well. And James Stabilito is going to take that lead away. What a shocking turn of events that this race has provided. Chase Marks down low, battling for the race lead as well. And Marks takes it away in the 81 car. Here comes Marcus Sachi for second place. Sachi will get there. And John Gilbert now up to third place. And Sachi going to try to move up to the lead here on lap number, I believe, 8. And John Gilbert is now going for the lead himself. Sachi took it, and Gilbert's now going to take it away. How about that? Look at the many lead changes here at Charlotte. Man, this is always exciting to see racing here at Charlotte because you never know what's going to happen. You may see a flip that flies the car off the stage. You may see some passes. You may see a lot of things here at Charlotte. It's really a very great track to go to. And now Joshua Andrews just took the lead all of a sudden, and Colmanoli wants to take it as well. Look at all these lead changes. Wow, I think we had more lead changes at Charlotte than we had at Talladega and Daytona. But Manoli going to take the lead away, and we only have a few laps left here, just 6 to go here at Charlotte. And Manoli takes it away from Andrews, and now Manoli's trying to pull away from the pack. The caution flag is out. And with 5 laps to go, it's uncertain if they're going to get back to green or not. But Kyle Manoli going to take that lead under the yellow flag anyway. He's hoping that this race ends under caution. But it doesn't. And we have 1 more lap to go at Charlotte. And I didn't see the wreck. I forgot about it, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, the last lap, Chase Marks trying to take the lead away from him down into turn 3. Final 2 turns. It's going to be between Marks and Manoli to the line, and it looks like Marks might have the edge. Sanchez tries to take one more look, but Chase Marks is going to make the pass on the final lap to win at Charlotte. In a very impressive and a very exciting finish on a last lap pass, Chase Marks wins here today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Pokemon X Series champion has his first win in the ARCA Series in a very exciting fashion. Next up, we head to another familiar track for these guys, Pocono Raceway, and it's the running of the General Tire Anywhere is Possible 200. Marcus Sacchi was on the pole in that race, but Hilary Sanchez right off the bat took the lead away, and John Gilbert tries to take it as well on lap number 2. There he goes down low trying to take that lead, but couldn't get there as Sanchez has the better line on the high lane. Oh, Anthony Wendler gets hit hard, and he spins into turn 2, and he took out Josh and Chris Emdev. Cassie Smart with major damage. Look at her. She just went down, getting hit by Chris Emdev. Debris flying. A hard crash on Cassie. James Saunders tries to take the lead on the restart with just coming to 4 laps to go. Saunders took it from Sanchez, and John Gilbert, though, was right behind him, trying to take that lead back. Just 2 to go, and look at Gilbert get the good run, and he's going to take it down into turn 3. And John Gilbert's in front now. Sacchi running second now in the number 10 Clemson car. But they're coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go, and John Gilbert is pulled away. Gilbert right now has a comfortable lead to the white flag as he takes the white with 1 lap to go. Sacchi second, trying everything he can to close in on the 88 in this final lap. Sanchez just cleared the 22 for third. Oh wow, 23 trying to fight back in the high lane. How about that? But John Gilbert, 2 turns left, 2 turns away from a win here at Pocono, trying to hold off the 10. And into turn 2 we go now. And there you see John Gilbert trying to hold on the 10 as the 10 is really closing in on the 88. Final corner for Marcus Sacchi. Can he make the pass on Gilbert? And he will not. He tried to get a run on that corner, but it wasn't enough. And John Gilbert holds off Marcus Sacchi to collect the win here at Pocono. Gilbert's first win of the season in that number 88 car. What a spectacular finish as Gilbert held off a hard-charging Marcus Sacchi to win here at the Pocono Raceway. Results on the left of your screen as Gilbert collects the win here at Pocono. A tough race to get a win at, but he did it. And Gilbert, a Cup driver, now an ARCA Series winner. And we now head to Michigan International Speedway for the running of the Corrigan Oil 200. And you'll notice it is a different Michigan than what we normally run in. It's the most recent one I was able to find online, so we're going to have the 3 Series run here at Michigan in this exact configuration. So hopefully, if this goes well, then we're going to have races here at this configuration in Michigan. Much needed update for the track, as I've always been using the original Cup version. But now it's the updated version, and we already have a big crash. They crashed on lap 3, a big one. They were going 4-5 wide at this track, like it's a super speedway. And that's what I like about Michigan. It just lets you go 4-5 wide, and you never know what happens. Racing back to the caution, Stephanie Eriks is able to take the lead under the yellow flag after that big wreck. It was going to set up a big restart, and on the final lap, there's Josh Emdev taking the race lead. Here comes Sanchez, though, going down low, trying to take that lead away into turn 1. and Sanchez has the better bottom line. That bottom line always is the best line in tracks like these. And Sanchez has it. John Gilbert, though, trying to go back-to-back after winning at Pocono. Here we go again. Turn 3. Arocha down low. Here's Gilbert. Has the advantage. 4 wide for third to the final turn. And John Gilbert's going to win for the second straight time at Michigan. What a finish that was. We've had a lot of good finishes here so far early on in the season. John Gilbert wins for the second straight race, and he was able to get a last lap pass on everybody to collect the win at this new and much more better Michigan International Speedway. We head back to the short tracks in Madison International Speedway, and it's the Montgomery War 200 as Anthony Wendler starts on the pole today in this another short track race. Great start for the 55, and look at Sean Kennedy down low for second over Sanchez, and is able to get through the 77, on the very first lap. And now Joshua Andrews tries to get by Sanchez for third place. 77 not off to a good start, already stuck on that high line, and that's not where you want to be in any track. Andrews goes down, and this is for second, and he takes it from Kennedy. And now the 5 car of Roger Ray in the Lucas car trying to get the third spot from Kennedy, and he does, and he gets to third place. And now Kennedy drops to fourth, and Sanchez dropping out of the top now in fifth, I believe, almost out of the top 5. And Chase marks contact with Chris Amdev near the start finish line, but no caution came out. Sean Kennedy trying to get third away from Ray, and he does so right here. Arocha trying to fight back on the 5 car as he tries to get in the top 5 with this pass. And Arocha does. He gets by the 5 of Roger Ray to get in the top 5. As Wendler continues to lead, he has a little bit of a gap between himself and second. There's Carter Friesen battling for position against the 46 of Max Anderson. And Friesen's going to get the position away. And now into the next turn, trying to clear him, and he does. And there you see the pack there. And Stephanie Eriks going down low, looking low to get by, trying to get by Sachi. And she can't quite get there just yet, but she might try to do so in the next try. And there you see James Saunders getting by the 42 of JT Mouse, trying to sneak his way back into the top 10. And that was pretty much it for this entire race. All the passes. And after that one, there just wasn't much left to see from that race. It just wasn't an exciting race. After getting a few exciting races back, they probably needed a break to slow things down. But this is a little boring, even for ARCA standards. But anyway, white flags in the air for Anthony Wendler. He led every single lap from the pole position. And he'll come off the final turn in a dominating fashion. He will take the checkers here at Madison International Speedway. He had no competition throughout the entire race, led every single lap, and takes the win here in the short track Madison. Wendler's probably the expert at short tracks by now in that 55 car, but he does take the win here today at Madison International Speedway. Wasn't a lot of fun at the end towards the end of the race, but there was at least some there were some good parts into it. You just have to move on and take your losses. But anyway, next up is Gateway Motorsports Park in the Gateway ARCA 150. Marcus Sachi took the pole position in the number 10. Oh, they're going 3 wide already in second, and there's already a pile up in the 78. And wow, there was already a pile up. Cassie Smart was involved in that, and we're going like 5 wide right off the bat, and there just is no room for 5, let alone 4 wide at this track. I don't know what these guys were thinking, but on the restart and the bump and run, Joshua Andrews just took the lead away from Marcus Sachi, the pole setter. Now Sachi trying to fight back Andrews, and Andrews gets by. He clears the number 10 car. Now the 10 tries to go low, trying to fight back, and look at the 77 of Hillary Sanchez. A big run into turn 4. Now she wants the lead, trying to get it from the number 9 car. And does. And she's in front. A little contact from the 9. Now they're going nearly 4 wide. 25 trying to sneak his way in. Tim Randolph. And the 5 Corrigan trying to fight back, and he gets up high into the wall, and Randolph takes the lead. Wow, that was intense. Uh-oh, getting loose into the wall. Wow, they're nearly turning. They're nearly spinning. My goodness. What a mess that was. But Tim Randolph holds on right now, and 5 to go, and there was a crash with Friesen and Sanchez. Oh, man, they were running so well, and both of them get taken out. And that'll be the caution to end the race. And there you see the leader, Tim Randolph. He saw his Musselman's teammate, Anthony Wendler, won at Madison, and now he's trying to win here at Gateway. Can he hold off the 18? And it looks like he will. Tim Randolph is going to hold off the pack to win the race under caution at Gateway Motorsports Park. So Tim Randolph collects the win, and that wasn't the 18, that was the 81 of Chase Marks. They just have similar paint schemes. I apologize for that. Man, I'm making mistakes left and right, but this is the first time of me doing an entire season's highlight video, so give me some slack. And Tim Randolph won that race at Gateway. Chicagoland was next in the Scots 150. Sean Kennedy, the 18 for real this time, started on the pole position, and he pulls away on the very first lap of the race. Sanchez stands behind in second right now, and here comes James Stabilito in the number 3 car, trying to pull ahead as well. And Stabilito, oh boy, Roger Ray spun into turn 4, and there's a big pileup, huge pileup, to bring the caution out in the first lap of the race. Look at that big pile up. A lot of cars involved. Now we see Sean Kennedy going down trying on the restart, trying to block. As you see a lot of cars trying to fight back and take that lead away. James Saunders now running second. And there you see Hilary Sanchez going to dip down low, trying to take a closer look with the leader. And he's able to take second away. And there she goes, getting second. Ooh, little contact. But the 18 able to continue to lead. And Joshua Andrews down low, trying to take second from Sanchez. Oh, man, look at Wendler trying to cut his way in. My goodness, a close call there. And, man, these guys are getting bunched up, and it allows Sean Kennedy to pull away. And now Wendler trying to clear the 8 car, but now he's got to face off against Josh Emdev. In the 0-1, there you see MDev trying to cut in, trying to take that second spot. 3-wide battle with 5 laps to go. Sachi trying to sneak his way back up to the top 5. Oh man, they're making contact side by side. Now they're crashing, and they finally broke. Andrews spins, and Wendler gets hit. MDev was hit too. Oh, Chase Marks hard crash. They'll race it back. And Sean Kennedy, it looks like he's going to hold off to collect the win under caution here at Chicagoland. He led every single lap in this race, but it was a tough one. It was tough to lead every single lap at a track like this. Man, he had to hold off a hungry pack behind him, and he got the benefit of a caution to survive, escape, and win. So the Pokemon Truck Series Season 1 champion gets a win here in the ARCA Series, just like the X Series champion Chase Marks did earlier. So they both have 1 win in the ARCA Series this season. Good job for both of them. Next up, we head to Iowa Speedway for the Fans with Benefits 150. And JT Mouse down low started on the pole. Didn't get a good start though. And Orocho pulled away a little bit, but Mouse was able to recover on the first lap and able to take the lead away and not lose a single step. Now the next lap though, Joshua Andrews trying to take the lead away from him. And he does. Andrews down low and he gets him. And so Andrews is now your new leader as Carter Friesen looks to go low for second place. Moments later though, we do see Hilary Sanchez trying to gain ground and almost a near contact with a 9, but able to get the lead away. And now here comes Chris Emdev. As Emdev trying to go low. The Emdevs have not done well in the series, so they really need a win here. Oh wow, nearly 3 wide as Josh Emdev trying to join in the mix. So he's trying to fight against his brother. And now the MDevs battle. Josh and Chris battle for the lead. So finally the MDevs get to battle for the lead in an ARCA race. And Josh took that lap. But the MDev party would be crashed by Gustavo Arocha as he takes the lead from the 0-1 of Josh MDev into turn 4. And now MDev moments later fights back, gets the lead again. So MDev gets back to the lead. And now James Saunders up to 3rd place and Carter Friesen moves up to the 2nd position. MDev trying to get some breathing room in Iowa in a short track. Oh, look at Friesen get a good run in that corner. And he's going to get him. Friesen gets to the caution flag as the race leader. Here's what the caution was out for. Chris MDev involved in another crash, getting hit by Max Anderson. Oh man, Chris MDev just can't catch a break. So Josh trying to win for the MDev family as he retakes the lead on the restart with 10 laps to go. But here comes James Sanders. James Sanders. I always mispronounce his name. James Saunders. Oh my gosh. I am mispronouncing his name like left and right. James Saunders gets the lead back away. And then moments later, Carter Friesen and Sean Kennedy able to get by. And Friesen is able to take the lead and get a good chunk out of that one. And MDev trying to go low as they're racing back to the caution flag. And Friesen gets that lead away. MDev was able to get by for 2nd place. The caution came out for John Gilbert. As he went around near the start-finish line, he hits Marcus Sachi. And that will bring up a final lap showdown here at Iowa Speedway. As Friesen comes down pit road before the green. And JT Mouse took the lead. What a bizarre choice. I guess he didn't have enough fuel left in his tank and he had a pit. So Mouse takes the lead on the restart with 3 to go. James Saunders is trying to get by for the lead and now he loses ground, but now Mouse has to come down pit road. And here comes Arocha for the lead. In with 2 laps to go. And Arocha gets by for the lead. Here comes Hillary Sanchez trying to get by him. Now 2 to go. Will they make it on fuel? Sanchez by the 52. Now the 9 car, Joshua Andrews trying to get by, trying to get that lead. And now he slows down coming down pit road the final lap. And he's out of gas. Hillary Sanchez hangs on. White flag in the air with 1 lap to go. Does she have enough fuel to win this race? Got a little bit of breathing room against her, and Arocha, we'll see if she can make it. Down the final corners, Sanchez trying to hang on and save that fuel to win. It would be, I believe, her 2nd one of the season if she does. And she's going to do it. Arocha runs out of gas, and Hillary Sanchez comes off the final turn to collect the win at Iowa Speedway. A bizarre finish here in this race, but Hillary Sanchez took home the win here at Iowa and was able to save enough fuel to win today. My goodness, there were cars going into pit road in the final laps. It was crazy. It was insane. But Hillary Sanchez had enough fuel to hold off the pack and win here today at Iowa Speedway. Up next, we had the Elko Speedway race, the Shore Lunch 250. Chase Marks started on the pole position. And here comes Joshua Andrews trying to take it away on the first lap of the race. See if he can do it, and he does. Nearly 3 wide there in that corner. Marks try to fight back up high, and they're wrecking already, crashing. And we saw 1 car spin, racing back to the line. Let's see if Andrews can hold on. It looks like he might. And Arocha got turned around to bring out that caution flag. And oh, look at this 3-wide battle here for the lead possibly. And James Saunders takes it away. How about that? Now here comes MDev going down low in that position. And he's able to take it away. Take the position away as well. That was for the 4th spot, I believe. John Gilbert went up in the wall. But after that, there was just not much excitement. Joshua Andrews took back the lead. And the rest was just a bore fest. White flag came out in the air in this race, and Joshua Andrews comes off final turn, took the lead early on and never let it go. He takes the win in the Shore Lunch 250 at Elko Speedway. So the number 9 gets the win, a much needed win for that team here at the Elko Speedway. Started off exciting, got boring at the end, but Joshua Andrews holds off the pack and was able to collect the win here today at the Elko Speedway. ARCA is going to be running here this season, so I can't wait for that race in real life. Anyway, Lucas Oil Raceway was our next site for the running of the Sioux Chief PowerPEX 200. As you see, John Gilbert took the lead on the first lap. Oh, wait a minute. This is not Lucas Oil Raceway. My apologies. This is Berlin Raceway, the Berlin ARCA 200. And then we go to Lucas Oil. So Berlin ARCA is up next. And there you see Tim Randolph trying to battle for a position. And now Randolph gets by, and he gets that position away. Not much action up in front. And there you see trying to get by Chris Emdev. And speaking of Emdev, he was trying to get by the number 9 of Joshua Andrews. Andrews, by the way, trying to avoid getting up into the wall, getting out of the track, but does do so in time. Emdev now gets by, and here comes Cassie Smart. Smart trying to look low to get by Emdev, and can't quite get there as Emdev has the better run up high. Oh, wait a minute. In the next turn, though, Cassie Smart able to get by, and Smart gets the position away. There you see our leader is the 88 of John Gilbert. He was dominant throughout the entire day, and Andrews goes down low trying to get by Emdev. This has been the most exciting battle of the entire Berlin race. I mean, these guys that were fighting tooth and nail for most of the race, and this was the most exciting battle to see out of any battle, any position in this track. And Andrews gets by Gilbert. Andrews gets by Emdev and able to get that position. But John Gilbert trying to hold off the pack. There you see Tim Randolph goes down low. The 9 car of Andrews, though, high line, he gets the better one. And Randolph still trying to fight against Emdev for that position. Again, the middle pack has been the most exciting race battle of all the battles here at Berlin. I just don't know why. I don't know why there's not much excitement up in front than there is in the middle of the pack. It's just, this track is really weird, I know. And it's, it's sometimes a fun track, sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose in these tracks. And here comes James Saunders trying to get by down low over Emdev. Now Sanchez battling with Kyle Manoli outside the top 10. They've still been the ones that provided the best battles for the positions in this track. So now Manoli gets the position away. Saunders trying to get down low to get by Emdev, and Saunders going to get the advantage. And Anderson down low too, trying to get by the 77 and the 23. And Max Anderson trying to get back into the swing of things after winning at Daytona, the season opening race. But right now Anderson has not found that gold mine again like he did in Daytona. And now we're down the final closing laps here at Berlin. John Gilbert hanging on to the race lead, but Carter Friesen right there in second place. Just 2 laps to go at Berlin. Ooh, a little bit of the wall there, and Gilbert gets low. Friesen trying to get on the high line to make a pass, but he can't quite get there. They're coming to white flag with 1 to go. John Gilbert trying to win his 3rd race of the season. Here we go, down low, white flag in the air for the 88. John Gilbert trying to hit his marks perfectly to get another victory here in the ARCA series. Final corners for Gilbert, and he's going to be able to hang on over Carter Friesen, and he'll take the win of the Berlin ARCA 200 at Berlin Speedway. John Gilbert led every single lap, but in the final laps it was a bit of a scare, but ultimately though he was able to hang on for the race win, coming down to the line, even though he was hit the wall early on, but he was able to hang on tight for the race win, beating out Carter Friesen at the end of the race. And now we head to the Lucas Oil Raceway for the Sioux Chief PowerPEX 200. I always get that name wrong, but now we head to Lucas Oil Raceway, and Joshua Andrews starts on the pole. Oh boy, they're hitting the wall now. Stephanie Eriks, they'll get the better on the high line somehow. Now getting in the wall, they're all colliding in the wall, and Eriks takes the lead under caution. Oh boy, they're crashing. Down low, JT Mouse spins near the start-finish line. And on the first lap, Hillary Sanchez made contact, and she went around. And now on the restart, there you see Stephanie Eriks takes that lead. 2 cars already out on the first laps of the race. And there you see Joshua Andrews trying to get by. Ooh, they're hitting the wall hard. Oh my goodness, you're going to see a lot of wall smacking at this track. Oh, Sean Kennedy goes around, he gets spun, and then he crashes into the field. Wow, that's not what you want to do. Chris Emdev also got into some trouble too on lap 13. And these guys were trying to avoid the wall, and now James Saunders gets hit too. James Saunders is hit. And now John Gilbert trying to get back the lead over Eriks down to the low line, and he does get the lead under caution. How about that? He just passed by Eriks to take the lead under yellow. We would have one more lap to go at Lucas Oil Raceway. John Gilbert trying to win for the second straight race again. He did it before, and now he's going to try to do it again. Here we go, final corners for Gilbert. Trying to survive this monster of a track. Oh, look at Eriks in the wall. Andrews gets second, but John Gilbert wins for the 4th time in the ARCA series. Wow, 4 wins for the 88 car. We might know who might be your champion with depending on those wins, but it's still early. But still, it's in the middle of the season and anything could happen. But John Gilbert, 4 wins. I mean, he's a championship contender for sure. We have our 2 dirt races up next. First one was at the Springfield Mile for the running of the Herr's Potato Chips 100. And Colin Manoli won the pole for the first dirt race of the season. And this is the first time they're running on a dirt track other than Eldora, but it's a much bigger dirt track than Eldora. So expect to see a lot of unpredictableness here at this race. Oh wow, Emdev spins again. Man, Chris Emdev just can't catch a break in any of these races. Arocha down low, trying to get by Manoli to the line. And it looks like he will get there to the line. And Arocha gets by. There's Chris Emdev down low. As you see, he just got turned around, and Hillary Sanchez does as well. So a weird start to this race. And then Colin Manoli gets hit from second place. Somehow he gets turned around out of second. Wow, that was a mess. And Arocha takes the lead. Arocha led with 10 laps to go. Now James Saunders trying to battle for second behind him. And there you see Arocha trying to kick some dirt in hopes of pulling away. Look at John Gilbert. Oh, he's loose. And now Randolph just spins in front of Friesen next to the start-finish line. A pile up. Oh, man, that's not good. But it would set up a final duel in the last couple laps. 5 to go. James Saunders gets turned by Arocha, losing the lead. And John Gilbert took it away. Wow, they're going to race it back to the caution. And John Gilbert might be on his way to a fifth win here in the ARCA series. Hits the wall but crosses the line under caution. Oh my gosh, wow, that was insane. John Gilbert trying to hang on under yellow to collect his 5th win of the season. Man, Gilbert's been dominant all in this series. Oh no, he got something wrong and now he's on pit road and now he lost the chance to win. And Stephanie Eriks leads in the final laps. Oh, she's slow. Coming final corner, the checkered flag is so close. Eriks trying to hang on. Something might have gone down in her car, trying to get by and trying to get the win. Can she do it? And she did. Stephanie Eriks wins in a bizarre finish at the Springfield Mile. Oh my word. John Gilbert looked like he was on his way to his 5th win and 3rd straight. But then, I don't know what happened, and suddenly, Eric's got the win. Oh my word. Stephanie Ericks took the win in a bizarre finish at the Springfield Mile. Oh my goodness, heartbreak for John Gilbert. He had a chance to win for the 5th time this season. Just gave it away. But Ericks finally does win in the ARCA series. The second woman to win, I believe, in the ARCA series behind Hillary Sanchez. Next, the second dirt race was at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds, the General Tire Grabber 100. And this was obviously more competitive. As you see here, there was a 4-wide battle for the lead. JT Mouse was able to hold on and able to get the lead away from Arocha. And they're still going 3 wide in the back. This is insane. This was more insane, I believe, than the Springfield Mile race. But that had an insane finish. Here comes Arocha trying to fight back over JT Mouse for the race lead. Can he do it down here? And it looks like he will. And there he goes. But here comes Joshua Andrews. Andrews trying to get by, and we have our first caution of the race. A big crash. Stephanie Ericks, the winner from Springfield, hits the wall, nearly flips out of the track, and moments later, the 9 car also nearly flipped out of the track. Wow. And now with 10 laps to go, JT Mouse takes the lead from the 81 of Chase Marks. And 4 laps to go, it would be Roger Ray leading. Here comes James Saunders, though, coming to 3 to go. Another caution, though. They'll race it back to the line. And it looks like the 5 car might have beaten the 22 out to the line under caution. Wow. Let's see how close that was. The start-finish line is really blurry, but you can kind of see it on that onboard view. And it looks like Roger Ray did beat out James Saunders to the caution flag line to collect the win at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds. Oh man, the dirt races were exciting and insane, but Roger Ray wins it here in DuQuoin, beating James Saunders to the line. From the dirt to the road course, we head to Road America for the Road America 100, and only 2 road courses are in the schedule in the very first season, this track and Watkins Glen. And then it's our season finale at Kansas Speedway. Wow, already an hour, almost an hour. This race is, well, we're almost an hour in, and we're already going through most, if not all, of the schedule. Max Anderson pulls away, and he gets a good start to this race. Some of these ex-drivers have experience at this track because they ran at Road America. The Truck Series, though, doesn't. It'll be interesting to see how. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys will handle the long road course at Road America. So now we see Marcus Sacchi going down low as he's trying to go low for the position in the top 10. Be trying to get to the 18. And Sacchi trying to get the advantage here. And now we see a battle for the race lead. Here comes Joshua Andrews trying to beat Max Anderson. Oh, and look, Andrews on the high line, and I don't know if he's going to be able to make a move on the 46. Getting in down to the curve. And Andrews trying to get by into the S's, but Max Anderson trying to fight back. And looks like Max Anderson able to hold off the 9 car. A little scare there, but Max Anderson able to hold on to the race lead. And there's Stephanie Ericks trying to find an open opportunity to get second place. And she does get that second spot away from the 9. And the 46 of Max Anderson able to pull away thanks to the drivers battling for the second position. Ericks gets by. Now she's trying to close in on the number 46 car. We'll see if she can do it. As Max Anderson hasn't won since the opening race at Daytona. And looking to hopefully get another win to possibly get back in championship contention. Oh no, 1 car went off the track. Oh, somebody went off the track. And that brings out a caution. That's going to end the race. Tim Randolph hits the wall, and that brings the caution out. It was only a 6-lap race in this very huge track. But Max Anderson will hold off Stephanie Eriks, and he'll take the win under caution here at Road America. So Max Anderson gets that second one of the season, first since Daytona, and now he's back into championship contention here at Road America. And here are the results from that race. Tim Randolph brought the caution flag that ended it. Well, it was a 6-lap run. It was not meant to be a long one because these guys were just trying out Road America and trying out the road courses. But Max Anderson does win here today. Next up, we headed over to Watkins Glen, which was the penultimate race of the season for the ARCA at the Glen. JT Mouse started on the pole today in the 42 car, already off and running. But on the second lap, though, Stephanie Eriks, using her road course experience, able to get down low and able to take the lead from JT Mouse. While Road America wasn't familiar to these guys, Watkins Glen was familiar to everybody since all 3 series ran at the Glen in the very first season of the race, and they will continue to do so next season. Eriks had a comfortable lead going, but with 4 laps to go, JT Mouse all of a sudden, hard charging, trying to retake it from the 15 of Eriks. And he does. JT Mouse back in front. 3 laps to go, though. Stephanie Eriks trying to fight back over JT Mouse, and she does retake the lead on that lap. So it's been back and forth between those two all day. Oh, 2 to go. Eriks hits the wall, and JT Mouse retakes the lead. Wow. And now we're coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go. Mouse trying to hang on. Little high there. Here comes James Saunders going down low for the lead, trying to get it to the white flag. Here we go into turn 1. Saunders goes low, and he gets by JT Mouse. He got by him in turn 1. So he's trying to hang on for the next turns. I believe 10 more turns here. And Saunders takes the lead on the last lap, but he's trying to hang on over Mouse. It was all about Eriks and Mouse battling for the lead all day, but now Saunders just comes in all of a sudden and able to cut in and get that lead away into the S's for the final time. Saunders trying to get by, trying to hang on over Mouse and Hillary Sanchez. Now in the final corners for the 22, who's been so close many times of winning. Hopefully this might be the one he might get the win in. Final turns for James Saunders. Can he hold off JT Mouse to the line? Still 1 turn left. Here we go. Racing to the checkered flag. Saunders trying to hang on. Gets too high. Hits the wall. Mouse gets by. Final corner. JT Mouse wins at the Glen in a thriller. He was able to get by him on the final corner to win at the Glen. How about that? JT Mouse steals it from James Saunders on the final turn and wins at Watkins Glen. Wow. What a finish that was. But anyway, the season finale is now at Kansas Speedway. The This Is My Speedway 150. Joshua Andrews starts on the pole in the season finale, and at the end of this video we'll reveal the points, the final points, and who wins the championship. Andrews pulls away, though he gets by, but now here comes the 25, Tim Randolph. Randolph goes down low, trying to get by for the lead here in the first lap, getting a little push from the number 3, and is able to get by, and he gets there. So Tim Randolph gets the lead here at Kansas on the first lap. And now you see the 3 car of James DeBillito gets that lead back away. Now the 22 of James Saunders, the 2 Jameses battle it out for the lead here. And now Saunders gets by. He knows how heartbreaking it was to lose that race at the Glen, and he wants to win this so badly. He wants to win an ARCA race badly now because he's been close so many times, and he's trying to get this win here at the finale at Kansas. Sachi goes down low, and he gets the second spot as James Saunders tries to pull from the rest of the field, trying to keep that lead and trying to win here today. And there you see a few laps later, we see Chase Marks battle for second place over Marcus Sachi, and Chase Marks clearing the number 10 car for that second position. Saunders, a little bit more breathing room for him. Here comes the 52 of Gustavo Arocha. Arocha down low, trying to get by that second spot. Could be better news for James Saunders. He loves to see this. Battle for second, and there he's trying to pull away. Arocha does get second spot away. He would keep it that way for a couple more laps, and Chase Marks goes down low. A three-wide battle here. Not for a top 10 spot, but still a close three-wide battle. Could have gone wrong either way. 4 laps to go here at Kansas. Saunders dominated. He's dominating all this race, but now Arocha trying to go down low, trying to get by James Saunders. Oh boy. Arocha looked like he was trying to spin him out, trying to bump him out, but Saunders able to block him and able to continue to lead. Well, a little scared there, but able to survive, able to hang on. And now Saunders 22. Look at Arocha looking low. Looks low on the low line. Just 3 laps to go at Kansas. Saunders trying to hang on for the win here in the season finale at Kansas. And look at this. He got a better run than the 52 did. I'm sure 52 looking low, trying to get by. These two haven't won a race yet this season. Only one of them is going to do it here at this track. Oh man, Arocha looks low. Had to back off a bit to avoid spinning him out, but with 2 to go, might have a chance to win it. Coming to the white flag now with 1 lap to go. Saunders able to have some breathing room against Arocha. And now the final lap of the season. Saunders trying to hang on for the win. Arocha looking low, trying to get by, trying to find a lane. Into the final 2 turns. Will Arocha be able to do it? And it doesn't look like he will. James Saunders is finally going to end races of frustration, and he'll win at Kansas in the season finale. And that's it. The Season 1 Pokemon ARCA series has come to a close. Saunders wins the last race, and coming up next, we will show you the final point standings with all 20 races combined, and we'll determine who will be your first ever Pokemon ARCA series champion. So here we go. The final points are coming up right now. And I decided to use the NASCAR No Chase 2011 points from the Webley site to determine who will be your champion. That way I wouldn't have to set up Race Points Manager, because it would take me a while to do it. And since it's only a 20 race season, I just didn't see a point in doing that. This point system is just good enough for to decide the ARCA champion this way. So anyway, here's the point standings from the ARCA series. There you see all the drivers with wins and results. Tim Randolph 19th, Kennedy 18th, Smart 20th, MDev 17th, Stabilto 16th, Mouse Marks 15th and 14th. Then comes Ray, Sachi, Manoli, Eriks, MDev, Josh MDev, Arocha, Friesen, Wendler, Saunders, Gilbert, and Andrews. And John Gilbert led everybody with 4 wins this season. Andrews with 1, Saunders 1, Friesen 1, Wendler 2, Eriks 1, Sachi 1, Ray 1, Marks, Mouse, Kennedy, and Randolph each got a win. So now let's reveal the top 2 drivers in the final points standings. And here we go. These are the top 2 in the final points. Hillary Sanchez and Max Anderson. And they tied for the points lead at the end of the season. So we will break the tie by number of wins, then top 5s and top 10s, and most laps led. So the first tiebreaker doesn't work because Sanchez and Anderson had 2 wins each. However, in the top 5 tiebreaker, Sanchez had more top 5s than Max Anderson, 9-7, and they both were even in top 10s and 14. Sanchez would have gotten more laps led with 18 over Anderson's 11. And so just on top 5s alone, Hillary Sanchez is your first ever Pokemon ARCA Series champion. So congrats to her on becoming the first ever champion for the series. It was a lot of fun to do this series, and I'm glad you guys watched the entire video to see every single race up to this point. So I'm happy with how the series turned out. Hope to do it again next season. But anyway, that's it from the ARCA series. We will have the IndyCar series highlights video coming up shortly, as soon as I could get it done. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the ARCA series, the entire first season highlights video. There were a lot of good races and a lot of boring races too, but we did pretty good. But anyway, this is only the first season, so it's going to get better in the next season, I promise. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.